Pets sometimes do the craziest things, from dogs acting aggressive towards strangers to cats doing their business everywhere but the litter box. Our resident vet, Dr. Marty Becker, decodes some of the things you didn't know about your pet in his brand new books. They're called The Ultimate Dog Lover and The Ultimate Cat Lover. He's here today to share some of the best pet advice he's found. Always good to see you, Dr. Becker.
Thank you.
Can I call you Marty?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good. Who's this?
Oh my gosh, this little kitten from the Humane Society of New York that's looking for a good home.
What's his name?
No name yet.
Oh, no name.
So you get to name it with it.
A good incentive. Okay.
Cute.
All right. Well, welcome to you both. New books coming out. You talk about socialization in these books. It's a crucial period for pets. Why it's so important.
Most people, you want to get a dog about 7 to 8 weeks of age, and you have until 13 weeks as a critical socialization period. And veterinary behaviors say they want to meet 100 people during those 5 weeks, so from 8 weeks to 13 weeks, and heavy on strangers, not just family, because you don't want them scared of strangers, and also have them meet a lot of young boys, because they're the ones that are the most aggressive, kind of in your face like this, and so they're the ones that are most likely to get bitten.
I know some aggressive girls.
And have them get treats too, so that they get treats when they meet these strangers, so they always associate strangers with good things happening.
100 people.
100 people.
Okay, good to know. All right, now let's talk about going outside. You have some special bags here that you wanted us to talk
Well, we're
about.
talking about socialization for dog parks, so going to dog parks. And not every dog is a communal dog. It's a social butterfly, maybe a great dog, but they're just not used to the social cues. So they go there and they provoke fearfulness or the dog being fearful or biting because they don't know the manners of those kind of cues that a dog has that says, leave me alone. And so, not every dog's the kind of dog that you want to take to a dog park. And another thing we're doing about dog parks is you always want to pick up after your dog. And so we got some new products here. You kind of see the bags on board a lot.
Yes.
There's actually biodegradable dog bags now. So it's really great to go there and learn the socialization. It's really important, so that they're socialized, to have positive experiences. But off the leash, not every dog's a good candidate for that, and make sure you clean up after your dog.
I'm still reeling over the fact that you said specifically young boys to show the aggression. I've never heard that, but I guess it makes sense. Okay, all right, so what next? What next did you want to talk about?
Well, we talk about actually socializing dogs, battling bad habits. So what you want is positive, consistent training and socialization. A lot of what you see on TV, we won't mention any names, but it's actually negative reinforcement where you're punishing them. We want positive, consistent reinforcement. So a good example is to use food toys like this to battle boredom. So use things, you put food inside the Kong toy or the Busybuddy, which is made by Premier. Also the use of head halters. And you see these dogs with head halters, a lot of people think, well, they've got a muzzle on them. It's not a muzzle.
That's not a muzzle.
It's not a muzzle. It fits around their end of their nose, around the back of their neck. And actually, head collars are very calming to them. It's something the kind of the mother does. You see a mother carrying a puppy where she grabs them around the back of the neck, or if they're ever going to discipline them, they bite them on the end of the nose. They don't actually bite, they just kind of mouth them. Okay. So it kind of mimics what a mother does naturally.
Okay, I always thought it was a muzzle, but I guess I'm wrong. That's why we do these segments. That's stuff right. You learn.
Head collars are very good, recommended by a lot of behaviorists.
Okay, I'm hungry. I don't think I can indulge in this,
well,
but the dogs here can.
We're talking about cats. One of the things we talk about in the book is about, mistakes that we make that annoy our cats. And one of the things we often think of cats like second-class citizens, like, and cats aren't little tiny dogs, they're a whole separate species. And one of the things we think about cats is we'll put cat food down and expect them to only eat enough to stay their ideal body weight. And what you want to do is you want to measure out the amount of cat food that you're going to feed your cat every day, what it will consume in one day. Don't leave all the food out, because cats get obese, then they get lazy, then they don't want to exercise, so they get more obese.
It's a cycle. It's Garfield.
And the second thing we see, we also want to use different kinds of food, by the way. I like to use, here we've got some Nutro Dry, we've got some Whiskas semi-moist. A lot of cats don't drink enough water, so it's also good to mix some canned or semi-moist food along with your dry food. You can also use pet fountains as another good way to get them to drink more water.
That is something I've always wondered, the hydration of pets, because you don't see them drinking all that often, and I've often wondered.
Especially cats. Now here's another thing we see. We often think cats are sedentary, right? And we think they're aloof, we think they're lazy. Actually what happens is we allow them to get overweight, and then they get arthritis. And like a dog with arthritis, you see them on the street where they limp. Cats don't limp, they just become less active. So you think how the cat's getting older, it's less active. It's because it has arthritis and is in pain. So get the weight off them, return them to that natural motion that cats have.
So measure the food out.
Measure the food out every day.
Okay, what is this? This looks like a potato peeler.
Shedding solutions.
Okay.
Number one pet owner complaint is shedding. So we got some great new solutions here. This is a great product called the FURMINATOR. I love the name of that. And it actually has something in it that has like a razor blade in it. And what you do with this is you just pop the end of this off and you actually stroke the cat and it removes hair that's not even shed yet. So you just decrease that amount of hair on there. It's great for dog or cats.
Preparing in advance.
And also, after you do that, you just take a wet paper towel. Anybody can do this at home, and you simply just wipe down your dog with a wet paper towel, and that removes those loose hairs. And actually, a lot of them, if you start with kittens, they actually get used to using just a regular, like a lint roller that you would use on there. It actually gets the hair off.
I'm sure
and
it's kind
puts
of a
it on
massage
there.
for them, too,
Isn't that
kind of the way it
good?
is for us. Okay,
Yeah,
lastly,
okay.
we're talking about litter. Advances in litter? What's the deal?
I love this. First of all,
we love litter here
well,
at GMA now.
these are by PetMate, and they have a substance in it called microban. So it actually has a substance infused in the plastic, so you don't get that smell and don't get as much odor in the bacterial growth. It's good for dog dishes or cat dishes and the litter pans. But we often choose, as humans, we choose their litter based on the fragrance of it, the packaging, the company, what's on sale. And here's what the veterinary behaviorists taught us in the Ultimate Cat Lover. Let the cats choose their own litter. So you see here we got 3 different kinds of litter. We kind of have a granular, we have a pine, we have a crystal kind of litter.
So he's going to choose which one he likes?
You let them choose, and so you buy 3 different kinds, 3 different boxes, fill them, and let the cat choose over 2 or 3 days. And then what the cat doesn't choose, give it to the Humane Society so it's not wasted. And then you fill this with 3 different depths. So whichever one the cat chose, fill one with a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and see which depth it prefers. So it'll pick out the litter it prefers, the depth it prefers. Then you don't have the inappropriate elimination with the cat not using the litter box.
Makes a lot of sense. It eliminates the guesswork.
Yes.
Let the cat do all the work. Dr. Becker, always nice to see you, and valuable information when we talk litter, poop bags, and hydration. Thank you so much for being here. Our adoptable furry friend. He's available from the Humane Society of New York. You can find more of Dr. Becker's pet-friendly advice all on our website, abcnewsnow.com. Click on the GMA Now logo. Thanks for watching. And thanks for being so well behaved.